This is video number 4 of the Gilding course made by Rinaldin. The complete course is made up of 11 videos plus an introductory video. I'll talk about gold leaf and real silver in this video. The gold leaves are made by a traditional process of thinning metal. They are 8 by 8 cm in dimension and are held in booklets of 25 leaves. How pure gold is valued in carats. If gold is 100% pure, then it's said to be 24 carat. The gold used in gold leaves is usually 22 carat. Real silver isn't as malleable as gold and is therefore impossible to reach the same thinness of gold. Silver leaves have a 9,5 by 9,5 dimension and are also held in booklets of 25 leaves. Silver, unlike gold, is subject to oxidization. The leaves, therefore, have to be stored in a closed container. After having been applied, they have to be protected with a varnish. After having applied the bowl, you can proceed with the application of the leaf. To apply the leaf on the bowl, the latter has to be slightly wet. A special liquid called Goosh is used for this. To make the Goosh, I used the same glue I prepared earlier for applying the gesso and add some normal fresh water. The ratio is 100 grams of water for every 10 grams of glue. The percentage of glue can be more if thick leaves, such as silver leaves, have to be applied. I also add a few drops of alcohol to reduce the problem of the water making droplets on the bowl. During the whole process, I keep the Goosh warm in a pot with warm water. Before I apply the Goosh, it's advised to incline the frame slightly, so that the Goosh doesn't end up on the previously applied gold leaves. The Goosh is brushed on right before the application of the leaf. It's immediately absorbed by the layer of bowl and gesso and can therefore be applied generously, otherwise the leaf won't stick. A brush with skunk bristles is advised for this process. These are the brushes with skunk bristles suggested by Rinaldin to wet the bowl with. To apply the gold leaf, you'll need the cushion and knife. The cushion, where the leaves will be applied, is made up of a little board of about 15 by 25 centimeters and padded with wadding and covered in leather. It could have a parchment paper protection. The protection is advised if the application of the leaf is done in a place where there's a draft, as it could make the leaves fly away. There's a belt underneath to allow the gilder to hold the cushion in his hand whilst he's working, like a painter would hold his palette. As you can see, there's another way of placing the thumb for the left-handed. The gilder's knife is needed to cut the gold leaves on the cushion. It has to be sharp enough to cut the leaf, but not too sharp to cut the leather covering of the cushion. You have to be careful to not touch the knife's blade with your fingers. The skin's oiliness would attract the leaf while you are cutting. Rinaldin provides these cushions and this knife. To lift the gold leaf and place it on the frame, a special gilder's brush is used. It's a flat brush with squirrel hair. Rinaldin provides 3 gilder's brushes in different sizes. I now lay the leaf on the cushion. This is the easiest way for a beginner. I then cut the leaf with a knife to the size I needed. To lift up the leaf, the brush has to be slightly greased. You can therefore apply a light cream to the back of your hand and pass the brush over it. Before laying the leaf down on the frame, you have to wet the area where it will go with the gouache. I bring the palette closer to the gold leaf, so that about 1 centimeter of the outer edge of the leaf comes out of the palette. At this point, the leaf is drawn to the palette due to its greasiness and stays stuck. I now apply the gold leaf on the area which I previously wetted with the gouache. I use the gouache to wet some more before applying another leaf. I then apply the next leaf, overlaying the one I previously placed. It's interesting to observe how the most professional gilders do the processes of cutting and applying the leaf on the frame. I'll show you some examples. Another example. And one more example. If the leaf is applied without having been previously cut, then it isn't necessary to place it on the cushion. It can be directly transferred from the booklet to the frame, as you can see in this video. You can notice how the gilder manages to cut the leaf with a kind of blade which is placed on the smallest finger. Only after an hour from the application of the leaf can we brush. This is the process with which all the pieces of overlaying leaf and pieces which didn't stick to the frame are removed. The brushing is done by rubbing the frame gently with a very soft brush or with a piece of material or velvet. These are the brushes which are needed for the brushing and are provided by Rinaldin. They are very soft brushes made with cut skunk hair. They can also be used to remove any potential air bubbles which came about under the leaf. It's possible that there will be some areas without any gold leaf on it after the brushing, and there you'll have to do some repair work. I wet the remaining uncovered bowl with a gouache again and apply a fragment of leaf with a brush for the repairing. This is a very small brush made with squirrel hair. Rinaldin provides these brushes for the repairing and the application of leaf fragments. At the end, you'll be able to collect all the remaining fragments of leaf from your work surface. You might need them for some particular gilding. Burnishing consists of polishing the leaf, and this is done with some special tools, the agate burnishers. Various forms and dimensions of these exist, and they're chosen based on the shape of the frame or of the object which you want to burnish. The point of the burnisher is made of agate stone. Agate stone is fragile and breaks easily if it falls. The burnishing is done a few hours after the application of the leaf. The agate stone has to be rubbed against the frame various times until the wanted polished level is reached. It's advised to start with a light manual pressure and then slowly increase it. To reduce the friction from the burnisher on the leaf, before you burnish, you can apply a thin layer of wax, which has to be removed after the burnishing. These are the burnishes provided by Rinaldin. You can find all the gilding products on the website www.rinaldin.com.